Guys, for Handwriting Without Tears today, this is the worksheet that you should have. So by now you've already listened to the tap tap song to get our fingers ready. So we're going to really be focusing on the color red today. So that's what our color is red. So up here, we first have things that are all red. Do you know what these things are? What is this? It's an apple. Nice job. That is an apple. Then we have this thing right here. What is that? It's a stop sign. You're right. That is a stop sign. And then this is something. What is that? It's something that animals live in on the farm. It's a barn. Good job. So these are all things that are red. And then we have some shapes down here. I see we've worked on this one a couple times. This is a shape that goes around and around. This is a circle. Then we have this shape. It's called an octagon, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sides. 8 sides. An octagon has 8 sides. And then we have this shape. Do you know what this shape is? It's a square, and a square has 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 equal sides. So what we're going to do is we are going to identify the color red. Then we're going to color in these pictures up here using our aim and scribble. And then we're going to trace the shapes down below, and then we can color those in too. So what I would suggest first is when you're targeting the color, just like all the other worksheets that we've done, there's different ways to be able to do it. So just first working on receptively identifying. So just holding up a field of 2 and say, get red. And I would just keep mixing it with different colors. So get red. Swapping sides, get red. Then if you want to make it a little bit trickier, you can maybe put it in a larger field of 3. Get red. And again, provide the prompting when necessary. So if you're holding it up and they're unable to get it at first, maybe push the color, the target color, red a little bit closer to them. They're still not unable to get it. You know, provide the wrist prompt or the elbow prompt to get closer to the color, and then hand over hand. If you're providing it on the table, what you would say is get red. If they're unable to get it, point. It's called a gesture prompt. Point to the color red. If they're still unable to get it, you know, take their hand or prompt their wrist or their elbow to maybe get them closer to the color. And if they're still unable, do hand over hand to get to the red. And then if they're able to get it in this field, maybe try to get it in a larger field. So now you can do the same thing. Tell them get red. And if this seems pretty easy and they seem like they're consistently getting it, and if they're able to verbally respond, work on having them expressively identify the color. So you can say, look, what color do I have? If they're able to expressively identify in the first try, that's awesome. If not, you can give an initial sound cue. So you can say, look, what color is it? It's and hopefully that initial sound cue will remind them that R sound is red. It's for red. And if they're unable to get it, even after you give that initial sound cue, you can give them the direct verbal model. So you can say, it's red. You tell me red. And hopefully that they're able to imitate your model that you provided. So after they've identified the color red, then we have to go in and color our pictures at the top. So when we're coloring our pictures, we can also work on identifying the items. So work on identifying the apple, the stop sign, and the barn. And while we're coloring, remember, we're going to use whatever hand that we're not coloring with. That's called our helping hand. So our helping hand is going to be holding down the paper. Then we're going to be working on our grasp, and we're going to make sure that the flat part of our hand is on the paper, and we're going to put the crayon down, and we're going to aim and scribble. Aim and scribble on all of our pictures. Then we're going to get down here, and you can talk to your child about the different shapes. Look, a circle is a shape that goes around, and have them trace the shapes. A circle is a shape that goes around. Then you can get to the octagon, and you can say, an octagon is a shape that has 8 sides. An octagon is a shape that has 8 sides. And you can work on stop and go is awesome with an octagon, because you can go and stop. Go and stop, go and stop, to work on lines. So that's a really good skill to be working on too. You can even put dots at each corner, like that. And we can start here. Remember, we always start at the top. So you can go and stop, go and stop, go and stop, go and stop. So that's a fun game to work on too. And after you've traced, you can then work on coloring in your shapes. Then after you're done coloring in everything red, and we'll also grab some Play-Doh. If you have red Play-Doh, that's awesome because we're working on the color red. But I just grabbed some blue Play-Doh real quick. But you can work on, because you know, hand strength is really important to be able to have the fine motor, to be able to have the correct grasp to hold a crayon or a writing utensil. But just work on squeezing some Play-Doh, get those hands moving, and that's something that you can even do before or after. Just squeeze the Play-Doh, and then you can work on making the shapes on this worksheet out of the Play-Doh. So look, I see a circle, and you can talk to your child about this. Remember this circle that we made? Let's make the circle out of Play-Doh. So watch, let's roll the Play-Doh. Roll, roll, roll. Let's roll it, and then we're going to make a circle. Because remember, a circle is a shape that goes around. So we're going to roll it out, and you can model it for them first. So show them how to do it. And then I'm going to make a circle. And watch, you can even put it on the sheet. Or if you have a larger piece of paper, you can just turn it over and draw the shape on the piece of paper, and then they can put it on the piece of paper as well. Same thing with the square and the octagon for today. So have fun. Do something cool. If you have a different idea to work on the shapes, let me know. Send me a picture. I hope you guys enjoy this activity. And if you have any questions, make sure that you reach out and ask. See you later.